So, how to spin a revolver, specifically a Navy Colt. It's actually pretty simple. The weight and the ergonomics aren't horrible. The main thing you want to look out for is this trigger. Depending on your gap size and the sharpness of it, you can really dig into your finger. For instance, this 1860 Army, I don't know if you can see, but it is significantly worse. The trigger isn't as long and it's much sharper. Sorry, Kenai. But even this can be spun. Back to this. So how to do that? We'll start with something simple, and that'll just be the reverse spin. Before we do that, I need to go ahead and talk to you about your fingers and your strength. You want to make sure that your finger can do this and be able to retain the weight of the gun. If it can, you're good. For instance, my left hand cannot do that. See the difference? This finger is kind of wobbly, whereas this one is not. I suffered an injury right there, and it has ruined this hand. So as long as you can get your finger stiff, you can be able to spin your revolver. Now, as far as technique goes, I guess I should start this off by saying make sure your gun is not loaded. But technique is very important. You want to spin it and just catch it. The best way to do it is to kind of flick it up a little bit. Now, if you flick it up with your wrist, instead you will do a forward spin. So you want to flick up with your fingers. Pivot on your wrist, fingers go up. Not pivot on your fingers, wrist goes up. Just keep practicing spin, catch, spin, catch, spin, catch. And then, once you get that good, spin twice, catch, spin twice, catch, spin twice, catch, spin twice, catch. Just keep doing that, and you can eventually start doing 3. And then 4, and then 5, and then however many you need. I should have mentioned this earlier, recommend practicing over your bed. Because if you drop this, nothing happens. As opposed to dropping it on the hard floor, you can damage your gun and your floor. That's not good. Up next, we have the forward spin. Now this one is a little bit harder, in my opinion. A lot of people say it's easier. I completely disagree. This just feels natural and it's easy, whereas this, it is slower. So how to do that? As mentioned earlier, you want to pivot your wrist. Pivot your fingers, make your wrist go up. But you're not doing it like that, because if you do, it'll be bad. You just want to do like a very slight little twitch with it. A little twitch. In fact, you can even keep your wrist and fingers completely straight and just use the momentum of your arm doing a circle. Because you want to be doing a little bit of this, but obviously just more like that. Okay, now you make this difficult. I've gone ahead and came outside. That way he can run around, and I still have a soft ground. Now, if you can get these basics down, the forward spin and the reverse spin, you'll be good. Now, to catch the forward spin, this is kind of the tricky part of the forward spin. You basically want to use your thumb to catch it. Although you can catch it with each individual finger, the thumb is the easiest part. Same thing with the reverse spin. You can catch it with your thumb, but I recommend catching it with your fingers. Ooh, the bugs out here are bad. Now, I wouldn't recommend trying to do any sideways spins because those are pretty hard to do. Maybe I'll make an extra video later on going over that, but that's a whole other can of beans. Once you get this and you can catch, start chaining. Once you get that, you should be able to pull off some very basic stuff. Maybe in the next video I'll talk about flipping and sideways and holstering, who knows. Have a good one.